August Manager of the Month, Jimmy Thielen, makes it the perfect 10. Kicking off in September with a 2-1 smoking of Motherwell. I'm back to fog football. Some would say 2-1's not a smoking, but you know what? When it's 5 wins out of 5 in the league and you're sitting on the same points as Celtic, 8 points clear of both of your nearest rivals, I think it's a good start to the season, and it's smoking. He can light a cigar up and puff it.
Celebrationary cigar tonight for Jimmy Thielen. Got the job done. Was it a great performance? You know what? Probably not, to be fair. Close game, 2-1. Motherwell at the end had chances, and but that's what champions do. Win games when they're not great. And I'm not for 1 minute claiming Aberdeen are going to be champions, but they're doing everything right. And yeah, they're not blowing teams away, but they're winning, and that's pretty much all you can do.
Yeah, that's all you can do. 13 points clear of Kelly, 14 clear of Hart, 8 clear of Dundee United and Rangers, and one of them two will have to stay that points behind unless they both draw. So it's looking good. I've seen similarities in this game. I think Aberdeen have looked really good this season, but I think when they concede a goal, they get a bit shaky. We've seen it against St Johnstone. We've seen it again today. Here, it's not going to go all your own way, Aberdeen.
Yeah, look, if they keep doing this, like you said, St Johnstone, Motherwell, I mean, one of these times they are going to concede an equaliser. And let's say they did it against St Johnstone opening game of the season. Who's to say how the next 4 games would have,
Jimmy Thielen could be at a job.
No, but far like, I mean, I doubt they'd be, obviously they wouldn't be, if they drew then they wouldn't be on 15 points, but I mean, that could have derailed their whole season. So yeah, look, they're getting the wins, but like you said, that's twice now. We've seen them 2-0 up. They've conceded a goal to make it 2-1, and they have been a little bit lucky to hang on, but look, they got the job done. Pape Gay, I thought was good today, getting 2 goals. We've seen him celebrate with Duke, who didn't make it onto the pitch today, and it's, you know what? Jimmy Thielen did say that Duke was going to have to earn his spot, that he wasn't going to get back into the team. And it's going to be hard for him to earn it when Aberdeen are constantly winning every week.
Absolutely. Next week, the Spartans in the quarterfinals. It looks like it's going to be 11 wins in a row.
Could be 11 wins in a row. But we'll get into the game then. Aberdeen started off on top. We had a Jamie McGrath shot wide. I believe that Aberdeen are trying to negotiate a new contract for Jamie McGrath right now. I don't know if it's actually went through yet, but they're looking to keep him at the club until 2028.
Be a good deal if they could get him through.
If they can keep that, then
that's a key thing, right? It's not just about who you bring in.
It's about who you keep.
It's who you keep.
And we've seen Aberdeen over the years not being able to keep their best players.
Yeah, but they've made decent profits. I think they're the club you could have at least go at for doing that.
They're up there with Celtic, aren't they? I mean,
yeah, and when you compare it to scale, per capita sort of thing going on there.
Yeah, well, per capita would be like...
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean.
I get what you're saying, but anyway... Gartaman, we then seen him go down like he was shot, and just play acting here. You never like to see it, you never want to see it, but sometimes you do see it.
Your favourite Stevie O'Donnell got booked?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of booking Stevie O'Donnell. You can't be doing that. We then get the guy go, and he picks up the ball in his own half. He's going down the channel, left hand side, continues his run. I mean, it's a good run, it's a good goal, but there's nobody really challenging him. He gets down to about the edge of the box, then he cuts inside, takes a couple more touches. There's not much in there in terms of support, so he just fires a shot himself. It goes in off the left-hand post. It's a good goal, it's a good run. I mean, he picked up in his own half and he ran all the way and he scored it, but I mean, the Motherwell defending it must be better than this. I mean, they're called the steel men, but I mean, I think they melt it here.
Aye, they did melt. They were in the melting pot. It was shite defending.
And steel doesn't melt.
Aye.
Unless it's on September 11th.
Well, this is September 14th, and they certainly fucking melt it.
3 days away.
I don't know what defending this was. This was embarrassing. It's when you see a goal like this, it does the league no favours. Shite goals are conceded across every league, right? But it's almost like we don't think you're good enough to score from there, so we're going to let you run and have a shot for there. It makes no sense.
Anyway, good goal, and this guy's having a good season so far.
5 and 4.
Congratulations to him. We then get into the second half, and Tony Watt has a chance to equalise for Motherwell. Ball comes in, Tony Watt gets a header from the edge of the 6-yard box. Mitov saves it, but to be fair to Mitov, it was kind of straight at him. Now, he didn't manage to hold on to it. He parried it away, then he picked up afterwards, but I think Mitov's been a good signing for Aberdeen. not much was asked of him today. Although late on he did make a couple of decent saves. So
Kind of reminds me of Angus Gunn. He's come in a period where things are on top. Let's see how it goes when they turn to shite.
well, he did well at St Johnstone last year, and things certainly went on top for them. So.
Well, for Angus Gunn, mate, he can't play for two national teams, alright?
What?
Aye. He can only do what's right in front of him.
That made absolutely no sense. We then get Morris.
Aye, it did.
Where Morris cuts it back to Devlin. Devlin has a shot saved by the goalkeeper. It bounces up in the air and it falls at the back post. And who's there to finish it? None other than Pape Gay. He puts it in with a back post header. He makes it 2-0. And at this point, Aberdeen are flying. The sheep are singing.
Absolutely. Morris whipped it in like Lando Norris. They're flying like a McLaren. Even though we did shaft both our bets earlier on today. But you know what? If you bet Aberdeen, you'd have been a happy man. Because they're 2-0 up, 5-4. Brilliant. But then 2-1 Motherwell.
Yeah, so Motherwell, a pretty good goal here. Down the right-hand side, ball in to Tony Watt. Tony Watt then plays a nice diagonal curled ball into the middle of the box, and Ibai was there to score it. So yeah, decent goal for Aberdeen. Motherwell, has made it 2-1. Squeaky bum time. Motherwell continued to push late on. They had a shot saved by Mitov, went out for a corner. Corner came in. Casey won the header, Dan Casey. Another save from Mitov, and this was a much better save in my opinion, and it's a save that secured all 3 points for his team. And that was pretty much it there. That was the last chance. Casey's header. Mitov doesn't make this save. It's 2 points dropped, and it would have been a really fucking sore one if Aberdeen did drop 2 points for a 2-0 lead with 10 minutes to go. But
They're not Everton, though.
no, they're not Everton. I mean, they haven't. The recent success is kind of like Everton, but
Yeah, they kind of are like Everton in a lot of ways.
yeah, so-called big club that haven't won fuck all in a long, long time. Well, the League Cup, but you know what? Should have won a hell of a lot more during that period. Anyway, look, they got the win. They got the job done. They're on 15 points, 5 wins out of 5. You really can't complain. I mean, some of us thought that they should have went with, Neil Lennon, and I still stand by that. At the end of last season, I think Neil Lennon would have been a much better appointment than that old
Neil Warnock,
who, his spell was just a disaster. Then they brought in the assistant manager, and he was in temporary charge, and he done a pretty good job, to be honest. And I mean, you were kind of thinking, does he deserve a chance? But then they brought in Jimmy Thielen, and you know what, man? I don't know if this was a calculated approach that they made for Jimmy Thielen. I don't know if it's someone they've been scouting for a while, but he looks to be top notch, and it showed a bit of ambition, in my opinion, rather than just hiring a manager from Scotland, someone that we've already seen rotate it around clubs. I'm assuming they did the research and they went and brought in Jimmy Thielen, and I think this is what most clubs should be looking to do.
No, it should be what they're looking to do. Obviously, though,
doesn't always work, because we've seen Hibs do it.
Yeah,
with Nick Montgomery.
we have no idea what the future holds, right? But see, Jimmy Thielen, he could go down as Sir Alex Ferguson. We have no idea what's going to happen this season. Big boots to fill, right? But it could happen.
But it just gives you more optimism, I think, rather than signing, hiring the same old managers that have been around.
No, I agree. No, but we always talk about, no team's going to win the league outside the old firm for blah, blah, bloody blah, alright? Eventually it will happen.
And it could
be this year.
Could be, why not?
You never know. Obviously, Spartans up next, then they're away to Dundee. If they beat Dundee away, they go top of the league because Celtic don't play later on that day. And then their next game is at home against Hearts. I'm telling you, things could be looking... So, Aberdeen's next 3 games in the league, right, are away to Dundee, home to Hearts, away to Celtic. But Celtic, before the Aberdeen game, are away to County and St Johnstone. Telling you what, man, I think there's a real opportunity for both those teams being level on points. I think even worst case scenario, well, I say worst case, they could lose the next 2 games, Aberdeen, but I think there's a case where Aberdeen, no matter, they could be like 2 points behind Celtic, but they still could win at Celtic Park to go top of the league. And that's what you want, man. If my team ain't going to do anything in the league, I do welcome, I'm begging for someone else to win the league. As for most neutrals should be. Aberdeen, I'd probably rather it be someone else other than Aberdeen, but the reality is, man, it's good for the league if Aberdeen can mount something. Am I right?
No, it is. It's good to see a title challenge from someone outside of the old firm. But I'm not going to call it... I don't think it's fair to call it a title challenge right now, but the top of the table, they've equalled Celtic, so, I mean, what else would you call it?
Yeah, you got to be there.
Got to be in it to win it, and
You're right now. Aberdeen are a better title challenger than anyone else in the league because they're there. You have to be there. Be there, be square.
be there or don't be there, and who knows? If there was the correct officiating was happening in the league today, then Aberdeen would be top.
Aberdeen would be top. No European football. I'm telling you, the Dons. It might be their year.